Hello there, this is James Dawson, author of Hollowpike and Cruel Summer, and very soon Say Her Name. This is our Ask the Author special. All weekend you've been sending in your questions, and because I haven't seen you in so long, I haven't done a video in ages, because I've been very busy actually doing the writing. So hi, Happy New Year, even though you're not meant to wish people Happy New Year this late into the year. So apparently I have now put a curse upon your house. Sorry. Today, at the time of recording, it is February the 2nd, which means it is precisely 2 years since Hollowpike first came out in hardback. How mental is that? I can't believe how fast it's gone. I was just saying to lovely Nina from Orion earlier that it feels like I've been writing books now for a really long time, but also that seems like just no time at all since we had that launch party at Covent Garden and everybody came and everybody was talking about Hollowpike. I can't believe it. It's been brilliant. And what a fun 2 years it's been since. Proofs of Say Her Name are now out. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited. I know that a lot of you have got them because you've been tweeting pictures and sort of telling me little things. A couple of you have said that it's the scariest thing you've ever read. So, well done me! I've done a good job. That was my goal, see if I could write a really scary book, and hopefully I have. This very beautiful proof from Hotkey that you see here, I will be giving this one away in a competition, but I've had an idea for a competition, and I think I'm going to do it on my website, but not just yet. Bit too soon. Few weeks. I'll do a proof giveaway of this when I've cooked up my competition, so stick with me. Okay, on to my Ask the Author. Ask the Author. Thank you very much for sending in your tweets and things. It is very nice to hear your feedback and stuff. So let's get cracking with no further ado. The first question is from @Francis Barcelos, or Francis Barcelos, depending on how that C is pronounced. C. What's she like? And Francis's question is, hello, what's your favourite YA and non-YA novel? Not including your own, obviously, haha. Clearly I wouldn't pick my own because I'm not insane. You just try your best. My favourite YA, and I think I've said this elsewhere, is Noughts and Crosses by our laureate Mallory Blackman, because I was a brand new teacher when I first read it, and before I read it with my class, I was on a train to Newcastle, and it just has everything. It has action, it has terrorism, it has romance, it's funny in places, it's sad in places. I remember when I got to the end, I was just crying and sobbing, ugly crying in public. This, by the way, is James' sign language for abundant crying or spiders on your face. So yeah, that would be my favourite YA. For my non-YA, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to say both, for a children's book, I think Clockwork by Philip Pullman. And of course, it was Clockwork that led me to get my very own Clockwork tattooed on. Because it's 90 pages long, it's the most ingenious thing in the world. Last year when I met Philip Pullman, when I met Phil, when I met Philip Pullman last year, and he told me that nobody ever says Clockwork, so that made me feel special. Then my favourite, I guess, adult book, although books are books, my favourite adult book is Armistead Maupin's Tales of the City series. I read it when I was 21, and I was very much a Marianne Singleton, and then I guess I turned into a mouse, and I hope in time to turn into an Anna Madrigal. And if that doesn't make sense to you, then clearly you need to go out and read those books, for they are masterpieces. Now bear with, because I've got to do some scrolling through a load of old chat on Twitter. Look how fancy I am with my iPad. It's not mine, it's my flatmate's. Bear with. Okay, here we go. Robert Chilver, who is @RobChilver, is a Waterstones bookseller, I believe, and William Hussey, the horror author, have asked very similar questions, which is about my writing routine. Rob says, do I have a writing routine or is every day different? Whereas William, who is W Hussey Author on Twitter, says, do you have any writing rituals, mundane or satanic, that are guaranteed to get the creative juices flowing? well, in terms of satanic ritual, I find the one that Willow does on Buffy the Vampire Slayer to bring Buffy back from the dead is a dead cert every time. You know, the one where she coughs up the snake? Brilliant. In terms of do I have writing rituals, I'm really boring. I treat writing as if it was a job. I still get a bit guilty that I'm not actually doing teaching. And so I get up every day, I go to the gym, although you can't tell, go to the gym, and then I go to an office space in London where a load of us UKYA authors get together and write, because it feels like a job, so I have a different writing space to a living space. Because if I wrote at home, I would just be doing the dishwasher and hoovering and stuff, so it just wouldn't work. We have our little quirks now as a group of authors. As Kim Curran will testify, at 3:30 that is hot chocolate o'clock, and we go down to eat and get ourselves hot chocolate and a tasty treat. So even I have some weird rituals. And I never ever write in the evening as well. I think that's social time, and that's time to see my friends and my boyfriend. I'm not writing at midnight. I just couldn't do it. Next question. Kirsty Stanley, who is at KirstYes on Twitter, says, have you finished the Bloody Mary chant in a mirror since you were old enough to know better? If you don't know, Say Her Name is about the urban legend of Bloody Mary. In my version, you have to say her name 5 times, and all mayhem will break loose and she will come for you. When I was writing Say Her Name, I actually started to scare myself. The Mary figure did start to appear in some of my dreams, so I have never dared. There's a very particular ritual in the book. It has to be at midnight. You have to light a candle to light her way, and you have to say it 5 times. I've never dared do all 3 of those things together. I dare you. Are you brave enough? I'm not. I know some of you did. You invoked the cover on Twitter. Fools. Doug Dunn, who is at _dogden, says, what happens when you are trying to write and are distracted by pretty people? You see, Doug is a pretty person, so that's why he must be asking. You're all pretty. I'm human, I have eyes. When I go work at the Royal Festival Hall, clearly there are hot men there. I have my Royal Festival Hall crush. I hope he doesn't know about my crush. I also have my nemesis. But I'm quite strict. Once the earphones go in, everybody knows it's game over and we're there to do work. I don't have Twitter, I don't have Facebook, just too distracting. So even pretty people, once I'm in the zone, they're dead to me. Lisa, at Gentleforms on Twitter, says, hi, what do you eat for breakfast? Genuinely curious, as I just realised that toast and cereal both contain gluten. Well, that's lovely, because Lisa has obviously seen me tweeting about how I'm gluten intolerant. It gives me the squirts. I'm so sexy. So what do I eat? Breakfast is a nightmare, because it's all bread and cereal and stuff. I get myself... This is exciting, isn't it? I get gluten-free bread, Genius gluten-free bread, because it's the only one that tastes like bread. And then I have things like bacon sandwiches or sausage, beans, and toast and stuff like that. So I try to eat a lot of protein before I go to the gym. Yeah, kind of boring, sorry. Or a banana. Everywhere will sell you a steak or banana. That is what I've learned being gluten intolerant. Now we have one final question, which is from Bex, who is at Kilted Twizzles on Twitter, and she says, what's your favourite shade of your favourite colour? Like any good reformed teenage goth, my favourite colour would be black, specifically morose gloom black, and if I could, I would paint my walls that colour. There you go. Thank you very much for your questions. That was fun. We shall do another Ask the Author soon. If I've missed any of them, I'm really, really sorry. And yeah, just to thank you for the last 2 years. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the books. It means everything. 2014 is going to be fantastic. I have so many things coming up that I'm not allowed to tell you about. Sorry, my hair is full of secrets. But 2014 is going to be fantastic, and there'll be lots more details of exciting things soon. So thank you very much, and I shall see you soon. Bye!